2023, the year of Final Fantasy. Coming up in February, SquareEnix is getting ready to host a massive Final Fantasy celebration event on February 7th. It will showcase the biggest achievements and celebrate the 35th anniversary of Final Fantasy. Some news of this announcement has been leaked, and if you go based off of some past leaked game news, images of games that were leaked, and later on they were confirmed new released games. Some of the leaked news is very great for Final Fantasy XI. Square Enix recently consolidated a bunch of their holdings for various companies, selling off even the IPs of the games and the studios so that they could better focus on developing and improving their development for the future market. Currently, Yoshinori Kitase, who's working on the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and it's currently being produced, has teased of a big announcement coming in 2023, and it isn't about the ongoing Final Fantasy VII saga. I'm hoping it's to do with all these new announcements. Big news on the way. The leaked information is set as a full presentation runtime with an hour and 24 minutes, beginning with a Final Fantasy history presentation, the full history of where it began, where you have to figure the company's future at one point was riding on a game, and that was to be the last chance, and that's how you got the name of Final Fantasy. Various games, releases, and alterations to it, upcoming news for different Final Fantasy titles. We have Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster promotional video, Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line promotional video. We got a couple of promotional videos to start off the show. Hironobu Sakaguchi presents the Final Fantasy IX remake. Some of these images of a Final Fantasy IX remake were also leaked with other games included, and they were later confirmed to be real releases. The world of Final Fantasy II, A Mog of Light, whatever that could be. Got stories from Ivalice, War of the Lions. Sounds like a Final Fantasy Tactics, new Final Fantasy Tactics game. Summer 2023. World of Final Fantasy The Mog of Light, May 19th, 2023. Final Fantasy X is now in development of a spin-off titled Final Fantasy X3, now in development. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Memories, another Final Fantasy VII content. Final Fantasy 16 vocal presentation announcement with news of the upcoming single-player RPG. It was already announced at the Game Awards, the Game of the Year Awards for Final Fantasy Online games. Incredible speculatory news. What could it mean? The only thing it does mean is it's something new, something different, and something to look forward to for the future of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 11 and 14 subscription, combined subscription. A lot of people have been asking for it. This may be starting this fall with the Final Fantasy 11, Final Fantasy 14 subscription Unity project. And although it's vague, it's something that could be something good. There's been a lot of started reworks for Final Fantasy 11. They started doing the UI overhaul and then put that on hold because they found it was too much work, and really they were just holding back on any investment into Final Fantasy 11. For Final Fantasy 11, we have Final Fantasy XI Beginnings Rework Project beginning this fall. Could that mean a Final Fantasy overhaul of the graphics, overhaul of new time lock servers, progression servers, classic servers? We don't know. Been a number of fan-made classic servers, however, they're not true to the classic experience. So we have Final Fantasy XI Beginnings Rework Project this fall. Final Fantasy XI Beginnings Rework Project this fall. We got a presentation by Naoki Yoshida for Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. They're going to be celebrating their 10th anniversary for that game. Now, I'm one of the few people, I guess, that actually enjoyed the 1.0 experience of Final Fantasy XIV. I think that was the far superior model. They had, some issues with equipment and, lack of content, but they basically just could have just went with the 1.23 patch, I believe. It was a very playable and fun experience. We have some Final Fantasy mobile news. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis closed beta test beginning August 8th. 2023. Have Final Fantasy trailer for the City Opera Omnia Japan's Final Fantasy Brave Exvius promotional video, and additional content from Tetsuya Nomura presents Final Fantasy Memoria, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker OST release. Be releasing music for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker for Spotify April 3rd. Final Fantasy Chiptunes album summer of 2023. Final Fantasy SquareEnix store sale for Distant Worlds Eorzean Symphony Volume 3. And closing remarks from Yosuke Matsuda. The event will be on February 7th, the 35th anniversary event for Final Fantasy. So once again, a lot of big news coming up for 2023, the year of Final Fantasy. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We'll be adding more videos for Final Fantasy, MMORPGs, and all different kinds of things. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Enjoy. Make sure you subscribe. It'll make my son smile. Enjoy.